The fourth question, Mr. Syed kept rupees 40,000 in a bank at 8% compound interest for 2 years. Mr. Fernandez invested rupees 1,20,000 in a mutual fund for 2 years. After 2 years, Mr. Fernandez got rupees 1,92,000, whose investment turned out to be more profitable. We can see here they are talking about two individuals, how they have invested the money. First person is Mr. Syed, who has kept his amount in a bank so that he receives compound interest. And secondly, they are talking about another person, Mr. Fernandez, who has invested in a mutual fund and has received a certain amount after 2 years. Both of them have kept for 2 years. Now we have to compare what each person gets after 2 years and see the percentage of profit in both the cases and see in which case the percentage of profit will be more. We don't see only the profit. Why? Because the amount invested, see here, Syed had invested rupees 40,000 and Mr. Fernandez had invested rupees 1,20,000. So since the amount invested is different, we don't compare only the profit each one got. We have to compare the percentage of profit each one got. Okay, so first let us start with this. You have learned how to find the compound interest. Here the principal P will be rupees 40,000. The rate of interest R will be 8% and the time or period or number of years will be 2 years. So we'll see here principal P written rupees 40,000. Rate of interest R is 8%. Period, that is number of years, is 2 years. Now we write the formula. Amount A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon 100 whole raised to n. So this is the formula when to find the amount whenever we are using compound interest. Now the principal or the amount was 40,000. So we write here 40,000. Okay, then 1 plus R here is the rate of interest, which is 8. Okay, 100 is written as it is. Period or number of years, that is n, is 2. So we write here 2. Now you see here we can simplify this further. 4 goes in 8 2 times, 4 goes in 100 25 times. So we have 1 plus 2 upon 25. So you remember in compound interest, whenever we had like this, what did we do? We took 25 as the LCM, that is here we take 25 as the LCM. Okay, first let us write this, what is outside the bracket, that is 40,000, 25 as the LCM, 25 into 1 is 25 plus here we have 2 the whole square. How did we get this? Here the denominator is 1, 1 goes in 25, 25 times, 25 into 1 is 25. 25 goes in 25 one time, 1 into 2 is 2. Now we add this 25 plus 2, that will be 27 upon 25 the whole square, and outside here is 40,000. Now 27 upon 25 whole square means 27 upon 25 into 27 upon 25. Therefore, I have here 40,000 into 27 upon 25 into 27 upon 25. Now here we can simplify further way. 25 goes in, if we see 25 goes in 100 4 times. So in 400 it will go 16 times. Okay. Then we have 2 zeros. So 25 goes in 0 0 times, in 0 0 times. Okay. So we have here 1600. So 25 goes in 40,000 1600 times. Now again we have the other 25 which also goes in 1600. So 25 goes in 160. Okay, 25 goes in 166 times. 25 6 are 150. So 10 is left. 25 goes in 100 4 times. So we have 64. So now this is left with, we have cancelled both the denominators. What is left? 64 into 27 into 27. So we write 64 into 27 into 27. And when we multiply all this, we arrive at the answer as rupees 46,656. Okay, so by multiplying 64 into 27 into 27, we get 46,656. Now we have to see how much is the interest or the profit he got. So that will be the amount minus the principal. The amount is this. Principal or the amount he invested was rupees 40,000. Therefore, what will we do? 46,656 minus 40,000. So 46,656 minus 40,000 will be 6,000. Okay, we'll write here is equal to rupees 6,656. It is this same subtraction. 46,656 minus 40,000 will be 6,656. So this is the interest what he has got. So now if we have to find Syed's profit percent, we just now said that the interest was 6,656. So profit percent is got by profit upon original investment. So he invested rupees 40,000 into 100. So 6,656 upon 40,000 into 100. So we can first cancel the zeros here and then you are left with 400. So we can, after cancelling, okay, we still have 4 going in. 6,656. 4 goes in 400. Okay, here 100 times. 4 goes here in 6, 1 time, 2 remains. In 26, 6 times, 6 are 4 6 are 24. In 25, it goes again 6 times, 1 remains, and in 16, it goes 4 times. So you see what is left? 1,664 upon 100. And 1,664 upon 100 means the point will come before 2 places. Therefore, this will be 16.64%. So, the profit percent of Syed is 16.64%. Now, let us go to the next investor, Mr. Fernandez. What does he do? He is investing a certain amount, and that amount which he invested is rupees 1,20,000. For how many years will he invest? He also invested for the same number of years, that is 2 years. How much is the amount he received at the end? It was 1,92,000. So we have to see first what is the profit earned by him. If he has received so much and invested so much, so the profit will be what he received minus what he invested. That is 1,92,000 minus 1,20,000. 20,000. So when we subtract here, we get that this amount is rupees 72,000. So this is the profit he has received. Now we have to find the profit percent. So the profit percent will be profit upon what he invested into 100. So profit is 72,000. So we write here 72,000 upon he has invested here 1,20,000. So we write 1,20,000 into 100. So when we cancel now, these 3 zeros and these 3 zeros cancel. And here you have 0 and 0 cancelling. 12 goes in 72. 12 5s are 60. 12 6 are 72. So 6 you have 6 and into 10. Right? So 6 into 10 is 60. So the profit percent is 60%. What was the profit percent in case of Syed? 16.64%. What is the profit percent in case of Fernandez? 60%. So the question asked was, whose investment turned out to be more profitable? So first we will write which percentage is more. 60% is greater than 16.64%. And whose is 60%? Fernandez. So Mr. Fernandez's investment turns out to be more profitable.